Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are taking the next steps towards the European agriculture and food policy that is truly fit for the 21st century and one that reflects and supports the future of food and farming in Europe. The public consultation that I am launching today asks all citizens and stakeholders that are interested in the future of EU food and farming to participate in shaping a policy for all of the people of Europe. The CAP is a living policy. It is dynamic and rises to meet different societal challenges as the times demand. We as policymakers have a responsibility to ensure that the policy is adequate to meet the challenges of the day. Two different sets of unforeseen developments explain why we are looking at modernising and simplifying the Common Agricultural Policy so soon since the 2013 reform. Firstly, there was a clear realisation that partly as a result of the co-decision process, the complexity of the final legislation left all parties involved unsatisfied with the final outcome, thus the need for CAP simplification. Secondly, the rapid changes in the broader policy environment surrounding European Union agriculture, from markets and trade to climate change and environmental challenges, have necessitated the need for CAP modernisation. Farmers have faced unprecedented challenges in the past 2 years, so it is time to assess and improve the policy tools to support farmers in times of such crises and to make them more resilient in a globalised world. The CAP and farmers are the actors who help achieve the Sustainable Development Goals and to fulfil the ambitious international climate targets. And we want to keep the sector attractive for the next generation of innovating young farmers. The Common Agricultural Policy is an increasingly market-orientated policy, and as such is subject to prevailing market conditions, which, as we have seen in recent years, are not always favourable. So it is essential, therefore, that a policy which is designed to support farmers and ensure a basic safety net and income support also provides those same farmers with the necessary instruments to deal with market volatility and price fluctuations. In addition to this, we need to make the policy simpler and less bureaucratic. That has, as you know, been a constant theme of mine since my appointment as Commissioner, and it is something for which I will remain committed, and for which I believe there is a considerable support amongst the farming community, which numbers some 22 million throughout the European Union. We need the policy to deliver a better life and better jobs for the rural communities in which the farmers live, work and raise their families with a sufficient income and a fair return for their work. So to put it in summary, we need a policy that delivers sufficient, safe and high-quality food for all our citizens and provides for a living, thriving countryside. Without our farmers, there is no food, and as President Juncker recalled in the State of the Union speech in September, agriculture is a strong part of our European way of life, which must be preserved. Agriculture also has a very significant role to play in contributing to the rural environment and to meeting the climate challenge. Already, billions of euro are allocated to measures that are designed to improve the quality of the rural environment and to climate measures. Given our international commitments, whether that is the Paris Agreement or the Sustainable Development Goals, we must constantly strive to ensure the sustainability of our food production in Europe. The 22 million farmers to which I've referred are the greatest resource that we have in terms of ensuring the protection and improvement of the rural environment. And when we ask them to raise their level of environmental ambition, it's only right that we reward them for that contribution. A number of building blocks have already been put in place leading up to this public consultation. The Cork II Conference on Rural Development in September 2016 established a joint stakeholder vision for the future of our rural areas, as well as recommendations for how to implement this vision. The European Union Agricultural Outlook Conference in December 2016 gathered 500 stakeholders together for a full agri-food spectrum to collect views and provide evidence on the mid-term evolution of agricultural markets and foster debate on the policy challenges of climate change and resource availability. I was glad to be joined on that occasion by Commissioner Vella and Commissioner Canete in respect of environment and energy and climate matters. A December 2016 civil dialogue group on the CAP brought together 72 representatives from farming associations, the food industry, traders and environmental NGOs to discuss the future CAP. And the Agri-Market Task Force of November 2016 provided detailed policy options for strengthening the position of farmers in the EU food chain. So building on these findings, We are today asking our stakeholders and interested citizens to respond to 33 related questions. These range from the macro, for example, question 1 asks respondents to select the most important broad challenges for EU agriculture in rural areas, to the micro, such as very detailed questions on farm advisory services in question 10, or selecting the best way for the CAP to better address climate change in question 26. So the CAP serves all of the people of Europe, and this consultation is an opportunity for all the people of Europe to contribute to the next iteration of a policy that has served generations of Europeans since 1962. The CAP is already delivering some benefits, and by discussing policy options for the future, I am confident it can deliver even more. But we must refine the policy, and of course we must adequately fund it. Maintaining the highest food standards in the world does not come for free. Preserving our European family farm and its model does not happen without strong policy support. So today we are taking the first steps towards a simpler, more sustainable and more successful CAP. Thank you.